All right, welcome back. I'm LaShawn Robinson with Huddle. Thanks for tuning in out here on the West Coast. I'm out here with a hot artist out here who's flaming, who's got sounds, got lyrics, got a great fan base. It's a pleasure to come out here and introduce Nuutrino. How's it going?
Chilling, man. Life is good. You know what I mean? The hustle's crazy. Just getting things done. It feels good out here. It just feels good. Mm-hmm.
Good. Glad to be here. So, I want to just go through a few questions with you. So, the fans out in Huddle Nation, the listeners, the other creators could learn a lot more about you, and then your experience in the game that you can share with definitely the up and coming artists. So, but after going through your musical journey, learning things about Nuutrino, I know that you're a fighter, right? And going around, I don't know anyone else that has put more out there on the line than you have. So, how do you, when looking back on it, how do you weigh the risk versus reward?
That's a big question. And you know what, honestly, for me, it just feels a little different. I feel like the whole risk and reward thing is just something I have in me. I just go for what I'm looking for, and I just don't stop. I have something that's just beating in my chest right now, and every day I wake up and breathe that, and I just can't even almost think about the risk on this. I just have to go for it no matter what's happening. I adjust my life to whatever I'm going for, whatever's coming at me, and I just adjust, and I just keep on moving towards that. So the reward is getting up every day to be able to do what I'm doing every day. That's my reward.
Gotcha.
The risk, can't even think about it. Just keep on moving.
Yep, so don't even worry about the risk because you know on the other side, that reward is definitely going to be worth it.
It's worth
right?
it. It's everything. And at the end of the day, I want to tell people, like, no matter what, at the end of the day, you keep going for whatever you're going for, the risk don't matter. You did everything you needed to do. So when you look back, whether you got there or not, you at least did everything you put your heart out to, and you can never regret that no matter what happens. And that's what I want people to know. Go for it.
Learning, digging into your history, you're from the East Coast, right?
Right.
So Pac had a song when he talked about we're going from Cleveland to L.A. You went from Hartford to L.A.
Coast to coast.
Why L.A.?
You know what? I get asked that question a lot. Because the people who's feeling like, why don't you just jump right there to New York? You know what I mean? It's right there. Your sound is real East Coast. So it would have worked. You know what I mean? And another spot was the A, too, because I think the A was cracking about that time, 2010 and things like that. But why I didn't choose to go to New York, I felt like it was too close to home. It's only like an hour and a half, 2-hour journey. So with all the things that was going on, that I was getting with in the city and things like that, I felt like, and on top of everything going to be hard, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's not an easy journey.
Right.
So with that being said, being just in New York, even though the sound was the same, I don't want to put myself in a position where it's like, yo, it's getting crazy, let me just come back home. You know what I mean? Where it's right there. If I go to Cali, you can't just be like, it's getting tough, let me just come back home. That's a whole setup. You got to pack everything up. You got to bust it back. That's a lot you got to think about. You really got to be like, I'm done to call that. So that was a big one. And on top of like all the craziness, I didn't want to get caught up with friends. Friends are still close and all the nonsense is still right there. So you still in and out of the BS. So I didn't want to put myself, I was like, if I'm going to go for this, I'm going all the way for it, not just a little bit. So that's why I chose LA.
Gotcha. It's almost like taking an island over and burning the boats because there ain't no going back home, right?
You already know what it is. That was basically the mindset right there.
So far, you've been in here. How do you know that this was the right decision?
You know what? That right there, as far as the right decision, everything I've been doing so far, it just feels like I haven't made a mistake yet. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've had those moments of doubt where I felt like, is this the right move? Should I have stayed home and been with all the people I know to help me along this journey? Because I already know I don't have to create new relationships. But everything I've done so far is just, I've done more than what I've done every year before. So to me right now, when I feel that, I feel like I'm doing the right thing because nothing's feeling like I'm losing or I'm taking losses, even though they come along, but they're only growing pains, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I still feel like I'm in the right place. It feels good to me. I haven't felt any kind of like, dang, maybe I should get up out of here and close this whole thing down. So that's my thing right here. That thing inside of my chest telling me you're doing your thing, and I can see those things, even though it's not exactly what you want. I still feel it, and I'm still going, and I still got that energy to get up every single day. So that's my signal.
And I tell you, you definitely got that energy. Going through your Instagram, I notice you have motivational minutes out there, right? And some of them is hella funny. It's good. It's very educational. So if you haven't checked it out, check out Nuutrino on Instagram and look at his motivational minutes. So, but here, right now, what are 2 motivational points that you would give anyone that was that Nuutrino 5 years ago, 7 years ago, in your shoes back then? What motivational points would you give them today?
One of the big ones I would say is definitely believe in yourself no matter what is going on outside, because I've had those moments where you're doing your thing and like, the music industry changes all the time.
Right.
So that was one of the things that affected me. You have your own style out there, and if everybody focused on their own style, it's going to sound very different than what you're getting, what's being played to you on either radio or whatever platforms. And that's kind of discouraging. It makes you feel like, am I doing the right thing? How come I'm not on yet? So you switch it up a little bit.
Right.
And I want to tell people, keep it to your own style, because you don't want to lose doing something that somebody else did, because then you'll look back like, damn, I wish I just kept it my way, because even if you lost, you put your own self out there and you lost on yourself, not trying to do what somebody else did. So that's one of my key things. Do what you got to do and believe in yourself, no matter what. You'll feel better about it in the end. And another motivational thing is just get up every single day and just do what you got to do. Never, ever, ever hold back about anything. This is you, you know what I mean? This is everything about who you are, you know what I mean? So put your story out, your real story, and just put your all into that no matter what. Things will get discouraging. Friends, relationships, they'll just weigh down on you, but that's just telling you you're on the right path. So I want to tell people to keep up on yourself and always do what you believe in no matter what.
Gotcha.
Fight for it.
Good stuff. Let's talk about your last album, Good Intentions, Bad Choices. So you produced it, you mastered it, you promoted it. Could you tell us what was it like handling those 3 aspects of getting that album ready to send out to the public?
Chaos. Chaos for sure. Because like I was saying earlier, it's like, I mean, this is your baby. And I'll tell you, everything felt good. I was listening to all the music, everything while I was making it, and everything just felt good. I just felt like I had something brand new to the game. I just ready to drop it off, you know what I mean? And then I think the week before, doubt set in. And I felt like, this ain't it. None of these songs feel good to me. They're just not working. Nothing's right. A hard drive 2-3 days before crashed on me. I had to redo 3 songs on the album. Good thing I had mastered a couple of them out, so they were already set. Other than that, I would have had no album, you know what I mean? So it was a crazy experience doing all that, and you lose your mind, because when you're trying to write a song and then you got to engineer it and you're producing things, your mind is every which way. It's not like, everything's set up, all I got to do is write, and that's your own focus, or I got to just make these beats and I could do this on the side. It was chaotic putting all that stuff together, but it also felt good because I was able to get exactly what I wanted to get out, and there was nothing else stopping me from doing that. I didn't have 10,000 ears. Of course, I sent it to the people I cared about most, but it was chaotic at the same time, but graceful, knowing that I put all this together and there was nothing holding me back from anything. So I was able to get my entire vision out exactly how I wanted it, how I wanted it to sound, and that was the best thing to me.
What's next for Nuutrino?
What's next for Nuutrino? A Nobel Peace Prize laureate. That's what's next for Nuutrino. You know what I mean? That's what I really need out here. But a lot of music, I want to just put my vision out there and just really just be on top of everything and get my story out above all.
Right.
That's something different than anything I've had before. So I just want to get my vision, what I believe in, and I want to articulate that to the people so that they never give up on who they are, no matter what's happening in their life. That's my biggest thing. Never, ever, ever, ever give up, whatever you got going on.
Gotcha.
Just maintain that. Be yourself, because there's a lot of other people out here. And there's a lot of different people out here. And we all have our own story, and people feel like their story is not important. They feel like other people's stories got more highlights and everything. But honestly, if we all had a book on our own lives, everybody would have a very fascinating story. So I want people to believe in themselves. So that's my job. When I'm making music, I want you to look at me and be like, I want to fully be myself. I don't want you to look at me and be like, I want to be like Nuutrino who's doing this thing. I want you to see me and feel like, yes, I can fully be myself and be strong in that. And then you just bring yourself out. That's my whole goal.
Well, I tell you, you're definitely right. Going through your social media and everything that you post, listening to your music, there's no other Nuutrino. You can fully tell that you've been yourself. You've been authentic. And I think it's going to pave a long road for you ahead. So good job on that.
Appreciate that.
You know, we're in this part of the interview where we give the artist an opportunity really to either say something, sing something, or even spit a couple of verses out. And so I want to be able to give you that same autonomy to see what you got.
Let me just do something. You want something right now?
Yeah.
See what I got. See what I can drop for y'all right now. All right, check this out. Got something right here. The blick's still dirty. I catch a body on the curb like my name Birdie. I like my shorties out of country, plus a little nerdy. I'm always down to play you fair, but I do dirty. I'm worthy of all type of gemstones and gold links. I'm a king in this bitch, and I'ma represent where I'm from, East Coast rider, Woods baby, but in the city keep the blick beside us. I'm realizing that the present is something different in the future and the past tense. So when I get the bags rinsed and treat mistakes like a gift when you hop the fence. I only listen to myself. People want to play. They don't want to see you down today. I don't want to wait. So if you got a problem, come around the way. I'm a blood clot Jamaican. I don't care what the mind them say. That's it. You already know what it is.
That's fresh, brother.
Yes,
fresh.
Yes.
Hey, thanks for joining us today. It was a pleasure talking to you, Nuutrino. We're going to continue promoting your music. Love it. Can't wait till the next single comes out. But thanks for coming here today and talking with us today.
I appreciate that. Thank you for bringing me in. It felt good in here, and I appreciate you showing the love and watching the content and listening and trying to just get it out there. I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Appreciate it. So, we're going to wrap up with Nuutrino. Stay tuned. Join us at www.huddlemusic.com. See you next time.
The blick's still dirty. I catch a body on the curb like my name Birdie. I like my shorties out of country, plus a little nerdy. I'm always down to play you fair, but I do you dirty. I'm worthy of all type of gemstones and gold links. I'm a king in this bitch, and I'ma represent.